Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another live stream from Angular Singapore. So today we continue building the Angular Spotify application. So we left off with the artist detail last week, I think. So I don't I start to don't have a good memory about what I did in the last week, but yeah, basically we left off with the artist detail uh, last week, and then today we continue building the tracklist, and I think it should be quick because we've been went through all of the basic stuff in the past live stream. So let me just share the screen quickly, and then we can just jump in the code. For everyone who is currently watching, thanks for joining and spend the lovely Saturday morning watching the live stream from the Spotify. And with that, let me share the screen quickly. Yes, I think you can see it, but let me just zoom in a bit. Yeah, I just looked into this in the morning. Yeah, I think the font size is good enough. So basically today we continue building the track list. And what is the track list? Let me open Spotify. So the track list is basically the list of song that you click the heart shape here. So which means you favorite this song, and then when you click into the like song in the left side, it will just open a new playlist and basically display all of your like song. Yeah, based on, I think by default it's like based on the when you added the song into the list, when you favorite it. So it's sorted by the newest to the oldest, I guess. Yeah. And there's a lot of custom sorting order here, but we haven't implemented it yet. This inline sort, we also don't have it at the moment, but technically today we were just building, we fetch data and then we display the list here, the list of the song here. And we have been doing it for a few times. So we did it for the album detail. We also did it for the artist, and then yeah, I think so we can complete it quickly, I guess. Let's open the Angular Spotify so you know where we are. So let me just zoom in a bit. Okay, so what happened is, like, when I click into the live song on the left side, we will replace the page here with the with basically the list of song from top to bottom, like I just show you. And it look kind of exactly like when you click into this guy, and you see there's a list of popular song, and basically we will reusing the same component. What we need to do is just fetching the data, and then we show it into the list here. And one more thing to note of is, like, we need to show this section. Let me open this Demo Pro. We need to show this section, and this section is basically all of the information here is there, I think. So there's my name, the image here, we can just Google it, and maybe we just leave it empty for now. And the playlist is just a hard-coded string, and the live song is also the hard-coded title. Yep. Then the rest we need to take care of is this part, and this part we done it many times, like I mentioned. So with that, without further delay, we just go into the code and then we start building it. I will close it. I will maybe close it as well. And then this is the API from Spotify to fetch the track. So it's just very simple. It's just /me, which is something related to myself, to the current login user. And then there's a /track, which means all of the saved track, user saved track, like the list of songs saved in the current user. And of course we need to send the authorization, but we has the interceptor, so that part we don't really have to care about. So the interceptor will basically just take the token, and then it will, sorry, I just clicked wrong button. It will just take the token from the store and then appended it into the header, so that this part we don't have to worry about. So we need to send 3 things, and all of the 3 query here is optional. The first one is basically the market. The market is, I think it's not very, yeah, I think it's not very relevant. It's like The market, like I mentioned, no, not yesterday, like last week. Oh, so provide this parameter. You want to apply the track relink. Oh, that one is interesting. Okay, so we don't look at it, and yeah, we don't really pass the market, and I think it's gonna be, maybe something like suggestion, the list of song at the end, but basically we don't really have to worry about that. The limit here, I will just hard coded it as 50 for now because we don't have the ability to do infinitive scrolling at the moment. Maybe in the future, I mean, yeah, I've just have a live stream and then we add all of the infinitive scrolling so that the data is you can see all of the data on the app. So for now, most of the places is like 50 maximum, and then within a playlist, I think there's a maximum of 100 songs. And the offset is like when you do infinity scrolling, you wanted to say, I have the first 50 songs and then I wanted to take the next 50 songs. So you need to pass in the offset, which is the previous, where you wanted to load the next 50 songs. So you can send 50 or I think 49, I think. Because the default is 0, so you probably wanted to send, you send 50, so it starts from the song 50 to the song 100, and then you wanted to take next 50 song, you just send the offset to 100, which means it will start to, so the list is this, and then it will just take the list below. Yeah, I hope you understand. And the response is basically just the object. It is like there's an array and wrap in the paging object. So yeah, basically it will giving you some more information about the current list of items, where it is, like also the offset and everything, and how many they had in total. And it's gonna be useful when we wanted to display this number. So I will load the first 50 songs, but I will need to display how many songs in total that I already favorite. Yeah, I think that's it. So let's go into the code. I think let me zoom in a bit. Is it? Not sure. Yeah, I think it should be quite big. Okay. Hopefully it's good enough. If you don't really see the code, just let me know. I will increase one more size. So I already added the method to basically just do the same thing like I just explained to you. So /me/track, and then we has the data, and I just added in. So yeah, it's just the boilerplate. And then let me just, before we do it, we just do git checkout -b. So we will create a new branch. So tracklist. I think it's important when we develop a new feature, so you can just remember to create a new branch before you do anything, because if you're just working on the main and then at the end you do a checkout and create a new branch, maybe I don't know, you forget about this step and then you just commit directly to main, and then yeah, it's require additional cleanup. But so remember to just create a new branch, and then if you mess it up, you can just don't worry about it inside your branch. And yes, I have a new branch named tracklist, and then actually tracklist is fine. I also name it tracklist as well, I think. So let's go into the track. Where is this? Where track? So there's a track here with the S, so which means that is there's many songs inside. So because at the moment we only configure there's only one row, as you can see on the UI. Let me open it. So let me open live song. So it's the /collection/track. So it will link to the component. That's why at the moment we only has one feature component. So it's fine for now. We want to have the first thing is the data access library to store the track component store. Technically you don't really have to do it, but let's following the component store pattern. So for this component, we will have a store link to this component. So when the component is initialized, the store will also be initialized. And then when the component is destroyed, all of the data will also be destroyed. Maybe it's not the good architecture, because when you go to album and you go back to a live song, maybe you wanted to take the data, you load it from the memory, so you don't have to go to the server one more time. But I think all of that could be a good candidate for the refactor session. So for now, what we are going to do is we will create a new component store. We link it into this component. So the current component, I think we call it, let me see, I forgot the name. The code here is like written too long. So the component is named a track component. So we will create a new store, we call it track store. And then all of the communication to the server, we can do through the track store. And then when the component is destroyed, the data from the track store is also going to be destroyed. And then if you need to go back to the track component again, it will go back to the server one more time. Yeah, I think that is a good start. And then when we start to see we need to do some caching, yeah, we can do it. But usually at the beginning, we need to make the thing look, you need to work first, and then we start to make it feel better. So let me create a new data access library. Actually, I haven't done this for some time, so we need to do an Angular library, I think. Okay, so create a new Angular library. I think that part cannot close, so just keep it. So library, we just do data access. Actually, it doesn't have to be Angular library, because yeah. Let's see. Yeah, actually, because we don't really have any module and stuff. Do we really need? Okay, so let's just create a new node library. Is it like workspace library? I think, yeah, workspace library. Sorry, it's been some time I haven't done this code. So inside the web track, look file, so track data access, yeah, look okay. There's a ts config, there's a spec, okay, it's look good. And then on that we don't touch it for now. And linter, we keep it a ESLint. The rest, I think we don't have to do anything, so just enable strict mode. And then tag, we wanted to do a scope of, okay, just do type. Sorry, the keyboard is set up a bit different by like than normal when I write code, so I was mistype a lot. So type data access and then scope of web, because in the monorepo we might have a web, and then we might have a mobile app. So we just do a scope web for now, but maybe it might need to be like web 1 or web 2, because this could be technically there's many web applications within the monorepo. But yeah, for now it's for Spotify there's only one web app, so we don't have to care about it much. And then yeah, just run. Okay, so track here is now there's a data access, and then we will just go ahead and then remove this two file. So the two file here is basically just a function, and then the test file, we just remove it. And usually I think we can have a new folder called store. Technically we should do it, but okay, let's do it. So it might sound like a bit overkill, but okay, let's just do it. So we have a consistent structure. So we create a new index.ts, but usually it's not the thing that you created. First, we just need to create the track.store.ts. And then whatever is in the track.store, we just export everything from it inside the index.ts. So because now we don't have anything export, so it will tell you, you cannot export this thing, because this basically is nothing. So you need to go into the track store, and then you need to do a few things. And actually what I'm gonna do is just I'm gonna go back to what I have done for the other component, and I will copy the code over. Because I also don't really remember how the syntax look like. I think it's just like we need to create a new class, it need to be injectable, and then we need to extend the component store. But yeah, just do a copy and paste, easier. So we have a class, we need to extend this. We need to give a state, how the shape of the state look like. So here we will just test the generic state of something, and then yeah, we can, yeah, I think we can just follow. Actually, we don't really have to copy it, but if you're following the live stream with me, you will know that there's a lot of problem with VS Code. That's why when we do manual adding stuff, it's gonna be quite challenging. And okay, just let's do it. But just a side note, because we just create a new library, so technically you can start to commit this library. It's like you start to do a commit first. So you said featuring init a new track data access live. So it's like you break the commit into a smaller commit. So we can start to add the track store and then we can commit everything, but it's like break the commit smaller. You will know easier to track when you look back into the history of the Git history, and then also when you in lighting, you see, do the Git blame, you will see that like there's when is the commit will make, and then in which in what time. So easier to track inside the inline editor as well. So in short, just do a commit in the smaller chunk, so that is easier to track in the future. So let me just add a chain in. I will exclude the two index here. So the store here, and then also this inside the index here. I think there's some error, so we just remove it. Yeah. So technically, we can start to commit this. Should be okay, I think. And then when we we will need to include. Oh, okay, whatever. I think we need to state this file, but okay for now, because we don't really use this library anywhere else, so it doesn't really giving any error. But technically inside here, you need to do the export everything from the live. Yeah, okay. Live and store. Yeah, whatever. So inside the live, we also need index.ts. My file is very like repetitive, but that is fine. Okay. And then we need, so here inside we just need to fix this track store, and then just look green. So let's do it. So we just do an export class, and then tracks store, and then you do the extend from the component store. And then now the problem is array, because okay, so like Joe was already telling, component store doesn't work. It just doesn't give me the suggestion that I need. So yeah, it just whatever. Okay, just give an any for now, and then we have it first, and then okay. I'll just take this. That's why I need to look like side by side code. So basically here we need to do a component store of something, and you can just create a new thing, call it track state, and then generic state. Maybe generic state doesn't work as well. That is so weird. So we need to do generic state. Okay. Spotify API here doesn't work. I think I know the reason. Basically, we need to remove the type array here, and then we need to go back here. It should work, but if not, then we need to restart the TS server. What's up? Yeah, okay. We need to okay. I tell myself to change to WebStorm for many times, but I just haven't found the time yet. But I think it's worth the effort. It will save a lot of time for you guys as well when you're watching the live stream. Instead of I would need to do all of this crazy import manually. I'll just do the WebStorm will do it for me. So here, what do we need to do is of course we need to do a few things. So we need to take the API and then talk to the server to get data. So we just need to do constructor, and then we need to inject the track API, and then I think it's what? I think it's not gonna suggest me as well. That is weird, so weird. Track API service? No chance. Okay, so I need to do it manually here. It's so weird. Spotify API, okay. Should work? No? Why not? Because we're extending, so we need to do super. And then in the super, we just need to do, okay, here we don't need the album ID at all, actually. So we will just do a super of, I think it's like, we need to give in something, so we can give in an empty object. If I remember. Sorry, it's just that, yeah. I haven't done this stuff for so long. Yeah, just give in and just do a type. Okay, then nice. So what next? We need to has a the function to load the track. Basically here is like I was trying to take the album ID, but actually in this use case we don't really need it. And yeah, actually, so we just do a load. So we only need the load track. I think just do a load track. Oh wow, is it? I forgot what to do. Is it like this dot effect? And then because we don't really need to give any param. Okay. Joe said because on the bright side you never forget to import anything. It has the advantage and then it also has a disadvantage. Yeah, of course when you start to do all of this manually import, you will know exactly where it is. Like you do import component from Angular /raw, is it like /core and stuff. You will exactly remember, because if you do it for many times, you will remember it for sure. But most of the time when we develop, we don't really need that. It's just, if you go for an interview and then if the interviewer wanted to see how good you are, you can do it like the cherry on top of the cake. I know exactly what I'm doing. But yeah, even you don't know where it is, you rely on the editor. That is the meaning of the editor in the first places. It will help engineer to write code faster. Otherwise, you just do a text box, what? Notepad. You can use Notepad to write code. That's so weird. It's like when I remember some of my teacher in the university, they only use Notepad to write code. I don't know, it's like so weird. That is, I don't know, it's like when you has the car to go to places and then you can walk. If you walk, it takes you an hour. If you take a car, it takes you 10 minutes. And then you decide to walk, then yeah, that's your choice. It's not my choice, I will take the car. Sometimes you wanted to do a slow walk to, enjoy the natural. It's different story, but when you are rushing, you can choose between the car and walk to the places, and then still you choose walk, then I don't argue with you, but it's your choice. I will just take the car faster, why not? So we do a param and then we just need to take in the function, I think. This is an observable something because we don't have anything, so we do param and then we do tab. Is it pipe? Sorry, it's been a long time. Wow, so if it's when we call this and when it's emit a value, we will just do a tab and then we will pass the state into a loading state. Basically it's like this dot pass state, I think. And then we wanted to first of all to clean the error, which is to null, I think. And then we set is loading, is it? Then loading. What? Status, sorry. So we set status to loading. We introduce a status because if you only has a boolean of loading and a boolean of error, sometimes you need to do a lot of combination between them. It's like you check if it's not error and then if it's loading or stuff. So either when you have a status, so it's more like generic and it can support more use case. Like in the status you can see, I think I have a few stuff. So if you open generic store status, generic store status. So in there's a pending, there's loading, there's success, and there's error. you can definitely add more you need to. So you has only a boolean of is loading and a boolean of error. You need to introduce more state. You will need to give more boolean, and then it will make the state quite big in the future. So we pass it into loading, and then we clean the error, and then we wanted to start to go to the server and then fetch data, right? And yeah, we just do a merge map, I think. Merge map. Actually, because show is here. Yeah, it's Vortex race 3. It's a keyword. If anyone is interesting. Actually, Joe is here. Maybe I send him the link so that he can join the live stream if he want. Okay, let me send it to him. Just a second. I will. How do I say it? Actually, how do I say it now? Okay, whatever. Forget it. Merge map, and then we not need anything. The merge map need to return an observable something. So the something here is like we will need to take this dot track API and then dot get user save track. So for now, the param we just send in over 50 maximum. Yeah, like just the limit to maximum of 50. So when we go to server, it's going to always give us 50 song. And then in the track, we just do a pi. Eh? What's wrong? Something wrong? Do I do a return inside? I think I have to, no? I return it. It understands it's observable. So now, why it doesn't understand pi? Okay, now it's understand. Sorry, VS Code. I think I'm not blaming the VS Code, but what else can be? So do a tab response. So in the tab response, there's the next and there's an error function. So in the next function is when the observable emit a value, I think. So in the error is when the error, and then we also has a complete function. But I will just do a tab response, and then the first thing is like I need to see what is giving back from here. We just call it response for now. Or we call it data just for response. Maybe response. Okay. And then in the response, we need to update the component store with the response. Okay, sorry, response. This dot pasted, and then we need to give in the data, right? I think it's the data, and then we need to give a response here, and then here just like I think I know what is the error, but just finish. I think it's succeed, and of course if there's any error before, we will just clean it up. I mean, we don't really have to because we clean it when we set it in, but yeah, just pardon. So wait, so here is not an album object. It needs to be something else. We need to something from this. So it's going to be user save track. Okay, so and then it will ask me to also it need to supply the error function. So in case this inner observable is like giving an error, the whole stream is still alive. It doesn't die. So if there's error, I will do another pass state. In this use case, I will pass the state is like the state needs to be an error, and then there's an error of error. But the error here there's no type, I think, because it's unknown. So I think I will just assume it is a string for now because we don't really do anything with it. So I don't actually know what it means. Sorry, it's a string. Okay. Yeah. So now we has the load track, basically, and then I close it. Actually, let's see if there's any comment. Oh, why is mud map? Why not sweet map? I think that's the question. I think it's gonna work, so I'll just use mud map. It's like you go to route one time, and what else you can do with? You just go and then Yeah, I mean maybe sweet map is sound more reasonable, but I just didn't see the difference between merge map and sweet map in this use case. I mean, you should join the live stream, but I think Joe cannot join today. I think he's watching Brian. So yeah, I don't really have a concrete answer. I just think there's no chance that I go and I go again. Technically, you should use sweet map, but I think merge map gonna work as well. I'll just yeah, okay. So I don't have a concrete answer for that. I think merge map is gonna work, and then I just use it. And if for oh, okay. Yeah, we're not sure. Just use merge map. I think you just do the normal stuff that you are expecting. There are the map, and if you are reading in Vietnamese, I will suggest you to look at into a very good resource into the map stuff. So it is written by my friend Joe, and then I think we has the RHS. Is it has over right? I think higher order observer. So inside this has over, we will see there's a lot of map. Wow. Okay, so there's a sweet map. I think it's we need to do it. Don't we explain the merge map first? That is okay. So we has a sweet map first, and then we has the merge map. So there's a concat map as well. I think we explained about merge map, but yeah, maybe in a previous article or something. But basically, that is the one of the only resource written in Vietnamese about RHS, which is detailed, and I think it's easy to understand with the concrete example. So you will see how the timer, yeah, Joe was doing some like timer, and then he explained when it's happening. So it's kind of easier to visualize instead of you having only one example, which is like the traditional where you type something into the keyboard and then you go to the server, which is also work, but here you will look into some other example when you do click and stuff. Yep, so I just recommended you to look into this Anglo Vietnam, and if you can understand Vietnamese, you should look into it. Okay, so it show command then. So for read, use sweet map. For write, use exact map and concat map. Thanks. I think it's a good suggestion and good rule to follow. Yeah, maybe we also can have a refactoring section, and then we talk about it, like what is the difference, and by then is it easier to everyone, so that we can visualize why we use sweet map over merge map, and why exhaust map and concat map for write. But we have Nima, thank you for joining. And yeah, let's continue, I think. So now we have the load track already. And usually what I do here is like, I was doing the loading when I was selecting the stuff from the store. I'm not sure if it's the good way to go. Because I was combining two stuff, like when I was selecting, technically I just wanted to select, but I was also including the load stuff. So might be good, might not be good. So yeah, that is how I do it. So I will just following it for now. I will do a track. Actually, oh, okay. I think last time B-Man said we should not, I mean, we should do a VM and then inside the VM there's everything. But since it is the rhythm through the whole live stream session, so let's just following that, and then we will talk about the VM stuff. What's album? What does it mean? Oh, album is like the observable of the album object. What is the album? So this is the album. So here we need to do a track. So basically there's a list of track. So you can call it like when we do it VM, you can just call it data like normal stuff. But because here is the album store, so the album with the dollar sign was just basically data that I need to render into the UI. So that is okay. I'll just continue to write. Then in the meantime, I will wait for the question from Joe. So okay. So here the album is I will taking the ID and as long. Okay. So here is a bit different. So I will listen to the album ID param, and then only when there's something into the on the route, I will take the ID and then I will call the load album, and then I will at the same time I will select it from the store. Okay, so the track here might be different. So the track here basically we just need to select it from the store, and then in the track component I'll just dispatch the function to load the track. So this I'll select data. So the VM here probably I think is going to be very similar. I think so. Actually, this dot select I think, and then we return an object of something. So the something here is could be, so we return most of the stuff from the state first, and then I need to test this is loading, and then select until. Wow, no chance. Selected until. Actually, I forgot it. Where's it? Web share util. Okay, so I'll just import it. That is so weird. So Angular Spotify and then share util. Okay, so selected util dot is loading, I think, and then I pass in the state. Yeah. So we can have the VM here. Maybe we can just do a VM. Actually, let's do a VM for now, because it's a bit different than the other stuff. So I will go back to the track feature component, and then here what we need to do is like, okay, constructor, and then inside here we need to give the injectable, is it for provider, so track store, and you can see even within a same folder it cannot do the suggestion. How can it work? How can we work like this? Okay, just kidding. Angular Spotify, and then data set track. Oh, spot. It is like when I miss something, then I need to type it again and get the suggestion. Spotify, and then tracks data sets. Okay. Why is there no track store? Okay, so this doesn't have the injectable. Don't tell me that you cannot do injectable. Okay, at least injectable is still working. So, okay, now the error gone away. So we private, then do store, and then track store. Like B-Man said, because the store here for the track component only, so you don't really have to call it track store. You can just call it store. So we just has a VM here, which is store equal. Oh, I'm not sure if Joe is aware about it, so just for some use case, I will need to bring this line below the constructor, and then it's gonna work, and then I can bring it back. I'm not sure if it is only my machine or is this like how VS Code is behaving. It's just so weird. It just, it's, oh, no chance. Yeah, whatever. Because I think I remember when I was doing it before, it doesn't have this problem, but on init, okay, so inside the on init. So here we just do store dot load track. So now we have the store dot load track, and then I think that's it. We can just take the VM here. We will do a few things on the UI, and then that's it. We need the ability to toggle the song, like to play the song. But basically, yeah, you can just look at how the album component was built, and then I will just do again stuff, copy the code over. That's gonna quick. That's the album. So we need this album, like the media summary, and then the play button here. I think we cannot implement it for now for a reason I will explain. We need the header, and then actually this component could be like a separated component. We call it whatever. We can call it track table, and then we embedded it inside. But for now, we just put everything inside the container. We probably need the new album track component. I mean the new component to display the track. Basically this one. This. So we need to have a component for that, so that when I click the play here, it will talk to the service and then play the song. And I think with that's it. Okay, so I will just copy everything, and then we just cherry pick stuff one by one. So the below I don't have it for now. I just commented it out. Actually here, because we has the VM now, so in the container actually we can have just only single ng container, and then we can just do an ngif, which is VMs, and then async as VM, and then okay, let me just comment it for now. I'll just close it. The if here is like we need to do a VM dot something. I'm not sure if still understand. So it doesn't understand, so it's loading. So the VM here doesn't exist. Okay, so I need to bring it inside the container. Okay, so now wait, I wanted to see if, okay, so it's loading. Now we understand. And then we need the track loading. We need the album track here. We don't need. We need the table header, and we need a media summary. So we need all that inside the track module, because we are following the single component per module. So you will see your shell might need to import this common module over and over again, and then some other stuff. I'm not sure if it's a good thing or bad thing. There's a debatable about that, because in the previous like there's some POC where they just introduced there's a dependency array inside this component, and then if you has already split everything into the module, you can just I mean, I'm not sure if the Angular team is gonna do it in the future, but in case they enable the dependency object here, we can just take all of this stuff and then put it in, and we don't even need the module here. But yeah, that is in progress. I'm not sure when it is gonna be inside the framework itself, and maybe the implementation is gonna be completely different. So for now, I think the separated it into the module. We just like enforce you to import only like what is necessary for this component. Okay, so Châu has some comment. Just TypeScript. Either hit it. Okay, so the thing just now about the constructor and stuff, I think it's TypeScript thing. Okay, whatever. It's not suggesting store either, but you hit Control Enter, it will suggest store. Okay, get it. So it is TypeScript problem. So let's continue. Okay, I think what? Oh, it's like 10:45. I have something today, so I cannot stay too long. So let's finish it quickly. Okay, track loading. Let's go back to the. Okay, here. Track is loading. Here is the most annoying, because I just don't get a suggestion, so it's gonna take some time to do it. So maybe just let me open the album.module and I just import what I need. So track loading, media summary, and then media table. So I need all of that. Okay. Just close it. For now, I will just take all of that. The play button. Yeah, I need the play button. Oh, I don't need. Do I need it? No, I don't need the play button. And then I need all of that here somewhere. Okay, here. Track loading module. Actually, I might need the SVG icon as well. I think I need to display the how long the song is. Okay, so just copy it first. Play button we don't need. We need the SVG icon. So okay, just take the SVG as well. Okay, so we have most of the stuff already. So now what we need to do is basically we will just go back to the stuff. Okay, so the track loading now is fine, and we will open all of that up. And actually we don't need this ng container anymore because everything was inside the ngif already. So the track here we don't have it yet, so I've just commented it out. The play button here we don't have, and we are not gonna support it. Okay, so here the type here we need to pass in playlist. The title we need to give in the slide song. The image URL, okay, I don't have it for now, so I just call it is it's gonna be my name then with the current user. So okay, we just leave this to first. The track count, let's see, pm dot wow, I don't know, it's not VM, this VM data dot why cannot data dot something, please. No, wow. Okay, we work like this. Check store. So I need to go inside this. This is a paging object. So we need to take this total. Okay, that is what I need. Why is so difficult to get it out? Because data might be no, so we just do a question mark and then the release date. What is release date? Where do we don't need it? We don't have it. Okay, so here. Actually, it's gonna look very similar to the playlist, so maybe let copy the thing from the playlist, not the album. So we have the first thing. Let me open the UI. So we have the first, and then the title, and then the album, and then the date added, and then the duration of the song. So let's go to the playlist.component.ts.html. Here we have everything. Okay, so with the playlist track list. Okay, look nice. So we have the header and everything now. What we need to add is this component, basically the component to display the song and then playing the song. Okay, so since we are here, we just can do playlist track. I think playlist track component, kind of small, not a big one. So there's an inside. You can see we just take your album name and item added and stuff, which is kind of similar, exactly similar. I mean, if we are allowed, we can also import this component, but I think it's not very clean. Instead of copy the stuff over, we can just import it. But I think the thing here is different. We need to give in the context URI, and since we don't have it, we actually we can do it. Context URI is it gone? You take in the input, and then yeah, maybe you can do it. So we can just give in the context UI. So okay, I'm just saying it's gonna be not a clean way, but I will just import this playlist track. into the live song. I know it's not a clean way, but let's see if it's gonna work. Because it's exactly similar, so we can just use the same stuff. So let me import a playlist track module. Okay, so playlist track module. Where is it import? Okay, I'll go back to the. I will close it first. I will go back to the track component and open the track module. And inside, I will just import the playlist track module. And then of course it doesn't give me a suggestion for sure. No. So I need to import it. Angular, Spotify, and then playlist. Of course, it's gonna be playlist track. Okay, and then we will open the playlist dot component. No, it's not playlist. It's not gonna be playlist dot component, like the single playlist. And then we just copy this thing over. And then okay, I think it's gonna work, but let's see how. We need to go back to the track, and then here we don't. So like I mentioned, we will not create a new component. We just take in the playlist track, like reusing it for now. If it's gonna work, then it's gonna be saving some time for the live stream today. Sorry, because I have something else. So we do vm.data. Not sure if it's item. I think it's gonna be track. If it's not track, then we need to go back to the stuff. Yeah, we need to go back to the oh, okay, so contact UI. Oh, so here we just need to take in the item dot. Yeah, doesn't work. So sorry, so let's go to the track.store. Inside save track. Come on, come in. 12. So it's the save track object. So we need to see this save track object. But wait, this look very similar. So it's a paging object. Inside there's the item. Why is item? Just now it's displaying error. That is so weird. Item. Is it no error now? Just wrap tag. Oh, so it is now. It understand, but it still has this curly thing. It's like, oh, okay. So we need to give the item in, and then we. Oh, it is a playlist track object. Okay, contact URI. So item dot track dot or what dot album dot context ID. Oh, okay, I think I know. It's not that simple. We need to do some like transformation data first. I want to do it quick, but okay, just do an ID for now. I know what is the playlist track here mean. The item here, because we are giving in the playlist track object. The playlist track object, of course, is gonna have something else. If you go back into playlist track object, playlist track. Me playlist. Okay, so this is a list of user playlist response. And then inside the playlist object, simplify. There's a playlist by object, the tracks and head reference total by object. It's gonna look very similar to the track, but it's not exactly the same. So okay. Oh, okay. It's gonna be a bit tricky. So technically we can reuse it, but it's gonna be a bit tricky. So the by track object, so we can either do a stuff. I'm not sure it's gonna work. Dot users set track. We should playlist. No. Sorry, I was a bit confusing. What is the response from the track store again? User track store save track object. Okay, so it's the save track object, which is track object full. Okay, I keep it open and then I will go back here, just undo what I did, and then playlist track object. So it also had the track object full. It just doesn't. Oh, there's a few things I don't have. Okay. Okay. I think I understand. So I can either do this stuff or I'll do a very okay. I will just do it. I do any on template, and then it's gonna work. Then we just do a play track here. Play track, we can just put it in, and then we will implement it later. Let's do index of number. Okay, should work. It's not gonna work yet because we don't have the play function implement. So we need to implement this function. So go back to the playlist track. You can see there's a function to play the track. No. Media order. Eh, that's weird. That's a playlist track. Oh, okay, so that's a double click. Oh, okay. So it doesn't really have to, because within the playlist track is embedded the toggle playlist already. So the double click here is like when you click outside, you do a double click outside. Okay. So I will not. Okay, I will just close it. I will not give in the double click thing for now. Okay, I will edit after we make it run, and then the contact UI here is different. I think let's go back to the top track that we built last time. So in the 80 top track, I think there's a top track component, and then inside the component, the album URI was a bit different. Toggle play track, okay. And then we, okay, so in the album there's a URI as well, so we can do it. Okay, I was a bit mistaken. So let's collapse everything. I close everything. I will just only keep this, and then we just do URI. It should work. No? String identifier string no. Oh. Wow. Kind of very strict. Playlist track component. Okay. String, what is it? String or no? Can we just set an undefined as well? Can undefined, how do it work? Undefined, is it working? No. String undefined is not the string no. Should work, no? Yeah, it's fine here. Okay, it's fine now. So let me open the localhost 420. Let's see if it's gonna work. So if I go to live song, wow, awesome. Like you see, it's working directly. So it is exactly what is my live song look like. So go back, click live song, it will just spinning, and then it will display the thing. And then because I am playing this, oh, it doesn't work. Oh, somehow the toggle track was not playing, like doing correctly. Oh, okay. Interesting. Because the thing is we were embedded the stuff inside the component, so Let's see. I think it's just about the index and stuff. The offset of the song, which song to play. We should be able to fix it though. Should be quick, I guess. I will just open the console tab. Okay, I click this. Also, this one is playing correctly. Okay, so if I click this, it doesn't play the right song. So if I open network and search for play, I think this is a play. So I play the album. I try to play this album UI in this position. I think the position here is not the right one. I think we need to give in the index, which is the right index. So the index here, it's not that index. It needs to be the item.track.album. No, track.album. Kind of. Okay. Track number. I think it should be the track number. Yeah. Do you think so? So to refresh the 4 here, I need to check, but it doesn't break the app. So glide song. I don't think it's gonna work. It still doesn't work like expected because I click this. Oh, you can see here the number here doesn't look the right because we are displaying the track number. I think the track number we need to -1 before. So let me just -1 first, and then we solve the problem of the order number. Yeah, I think we still need to, maybe we need to things should work now. No. Ah, nice. But I played this. Oh, okay, maybe it's in a different album then. Okay, I think it's gonna work. But we need to solve this index, the order here to be from top to bottom, from 1 to 50. But yeah, technically it's kind of work. Yeah, just there's no name here, there's no photo. There's one improvement that we can make for the playlist, which is basically when you refresh, you can see that the album, there's a cover here, it's always there. Okay, I'll show you, easy. So there's always this empty block, even we don't have the image at all. But this one, it doesn't work this way. So this one is like the actual image tag. This one just a div with the background. So when we do this image, when there's no image, it will just collapse it, like it will just look like that. It's just like a line, and then when there's an image, it will just expose it into a photo. So that I think the best is like you should apply this background mechanism so that the layout doesn't look like it's shifting. Let me refresh this again. You can see this, it's shifting a bit. So the thing here is look okay. Okay, it's not gonna work like this. Let me just simulate the slow network. I'll click this. Okay, live song. Click the live song. Okay, so this one is always there, like you see. All of that is now is cached. Okay, so let me open the other thing. Let's open this maybe. Now it's gonna take some time. Okay, that's fine. That is always there. you can see, but here you see there's no image, and then it start to okay, like this. It doesn't have any image first, and then the text is on the left, but when there's an image, it will start shifting the text to the right, like you see. Yeah, this one maybe. Yep. So I suggest to always do this background and then set the ratio. I think the way we do it before is like we just set the padding top, the bottom to 100%, because the padding top is always based on the width. I think is it always on the width. So when you say padding top 100%, it's like because the width is 100%, so the padding top is 100%, which means you have the square, like the proper square. There's a 62.5, is it? So you can do like 16 by 9. Yeah. So that is how we do it. Before we just look for you can look on Google for like setting ratio on the div. You will find this resource. So I will do an improvement for that, and actually let's see if we can do it now. So because inside the, okay, let's open this one. Okay, thing is over inside the track we has a component to display this. Over there's a media order. So inside the media order, I only display the image. As far as I remember, it's kind of a bit slow now. Okay, so here is the image, but what I was trying to say is like we should not use image. Instead of using an image, I will just use the media cover that I was doing. So media cover, is it? Okay, there's a media cover. So you see there's a media cover, and then this media cover is always just take in the image URL and then just set the background image to a background URL, and then in the template is always there's a width of something, and then always padding bottom to make it like look like a square. And then let's use it. Let's use this media module, this media cover stuff. So go in here, go in the media order. Okay, inside the order, I'll just use it. I'll just import the additional media cover module. My laptop start to be very slow, not sure why. So I just import this, and then from, wow, you can see it's very slow. There's a delay when I was typing. Media. Okay, so there's some error now, but we don't really care. Cover. Okay, close it. So now we have the media cover, and then in the track. No, not track. Media order component. Here, I will just class animated equalizer. Oh, that's the stuff. Oh, it's not here. I think I'm wrong. This is not inside here. It's not inside the media order. Okay, sorry. Module. I think let me roll back it. Let's go back. That is weird. So we need to go back to the track, and then it is the main track info. Yeah, I think it's in the main track info. So go to the template. There's an image here, right? So the image here, it needs to be using the media cover component. Okay, so track cover. I think the track cover here is like, okay, mark width of 40. Okay. Okay. I think I have a reason for that. Maybe because I need this content. Maybe not. Okay. First thing, let me just commit all of the code first, so that we don't miss up something. So playlist live song work. Okay, let's do a proper message of fetch live song. User save song and play the track. Okay, I'll just commit it. You can run the link first, and then if it's fine, you can just go to the code. And then in the meantime, we can look at this main track info. Okay, so we need to fix a few things. An interface declare, but oh, okay, in the track store, because we declare empty interface, which is this one. Not that track store. This one, because it's empty, so basically they said it's useless. You can just, okay, I'll just remove it. But can I do it? Okay, like do type, and I'll just do alias. Can? Yeah, should be okay. Yeah, so because I don't really need to do anything, so let's try. Because inside the type at the moment there's nothing, so we can just do a type alias, because we use it here and we also use it inside the constructor. So if I just keep generic state, it's gonna be very long and I don't like it, so just doing type alias, it's gonna be fine. Okay, so you can commit. Now we need to go to the track main info. So here we need to import the media cover module. That is so weird because we has already imported it a few times, but this doesn't still do the suggestion. Media spot media cover. Okay, should work now. And then here inside the main track, basically we just need the track cover to be the thing outside, like the div. So we need to set mark width, and then I do the I guess media cover, right? And then there's an image URL, if you are not mistaken, and then I'll just take this one. And that is only render if it's an album. Okay, if there's album, then I will just render it. If not, then not. Let's see. Live song. Sorry, I need to close this slow 3G. Did I? Yeah. That to set to no throttling. Wow, the computer is kind of very heavy. Let's see if it's gonna work. I'll click live song. Okay, so you see there's an empty box, and then it will the image will appear. So it's not gonna shift the text to the right side. But now, okay, sorry, it doesn't work. It just doesn't display the image at all. So that was mistaken. So there's a media track info, and then there's a div. There's mark width. Oh, we need to wizard width, no? But inside the media cover doesn't have any width. That is weird. We need to set it as a flex outside. Let's see. Okay, we need to set the flag outside, and then the inside will just understand. Okay. Just go back here, and then inside the track cover, I'll set the flag. Display flag. Oh, sorry, flag. The object fit now doesn't matter anymore. Okay, should work. refresh it. There's twice because there's a hot reload, and then I also refresh manually. So I will just click. Yes. So I'll show you how it looks now. The behavior is gonna be different now. Click. I'll go to playlist. So it's gonna be spinning a bit. You can see. And then always there's a black box. So instead of display the thing in collapse and then it's expand, it's always open, so that the layout is not gonna be shifted. So the text is always aligned and everything look perfect. So the only missing thing was like when you double click, it's not gonna work yet. And then the order number here, but I think I will just do a small comment and then I'll fix it. But yeah, I think that's for now. Thank you so much for staying until the end. Before we end the stream today, let I show you some events. So first of all, there's an upcoming event in Angular Singapore, which is the group that I'm the host, like I'm the organizer basically. So I invited Shai Renish to join Angular Singapore and then talk about unit testing in Angular. So if you are interested into this subject, you can always ISVP. So you just go to twitter.com/Angular SG. Okay, I'll send you a link. So this is the tweet. I think this is a tweet. I just send you the link on the chat. So that is the Cyrenic unit test event. It's gonna be on the 6th of July. So if you are good in this time, feel free to join in. And then Shai is gonna be a very funny, and then the talk is gonna be very hilarious. If you watch some of his talk on YouTube, you will know his style, and I really enjoy it. I hope that you also enjoy it if you're joining. So that is the first one. The second one is I'm gonna talk at NG Rome conference in July. I think it's July 9th. I think is it 9th? Yeah, in the July 9th, 2021. So I will enjoy along with Jeffrey, which is the my friend in Angular Dutch group, and my friend Bonnie was the one who created Angular Nation, and Mark Tyson is from Angular team. So I have a chance to speak between all of the coolest speakers in the Angular community. So if you're interested in, just take the ticket. It is completely free. They had some other workshop which is quite cheap. I think it's like $28 for a security, and then for a GraphQL workshop, I think it's gonna be very interesting. So if you wanted to learn more about all of this stuff, just go to Angular Edge. You see all of that. I will retweet all of that. I already retweet all of that. So go to Angular Edge, and you need to talk to me. You have any question, feel free. There's always the link here. You can always go in and book a meeting. I'm always here to talk to, if I can help you. If I cannot, I will ask my friend if they has any idea. But basically, it's sometimes it's just have someone to talk to, and yeah, you can just select and then take a slot, and then we can jump into the call, and then we chat together. And with that, I will end the live stream today. I hope you learned something. From the next live stream onward, I think I will do some refactoring section, and the first one is not, we are not going to build a new page into the Angular Spotify. I think with the current structure it's good enough for learning. So I will more focusing on some other interesting topic like internationalization, like I18N or unit testing or how to deploy the app to Amazon Web Service using GitHub Action, for example. So I think all of that is going to be very interesting, and yeah, it is something to talk to, and I also wanted to learn more about all of that stuff. And yeah, with that, I would like to end the live stream, and then I'll see you next week. Thanks a lot for joining, spending the time in the Saturday morning with me, and I hope you enjoy it. If you have any feedback, feel free. I know that my English is not that excellent, but I hope you still understand properly. And thank you, and I see you maybe in the next 2 weeks. Next week probably I'll take a week off. Thanks.